Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Factorio. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you here. Uh, very familiar opening. I'm SeiferKatt. You probably already know that, but if you don't, hi. Pleased to meet you. This is a weird start. So last session, we were building Rubite, and we're going to finish that off today, or at least get enough that it's started that we can start making proper amounts of iron and stuff. Then we need to get Chrontium together, which we might take a little bit of a break on building something else in the meantime just to amuse myself. And then we have enough resources to probably build the world, which would be nice. I enjoy building the world. There's a lot of angry worms around. That's distressing and disappointing. I wish they would just chill out, but that's not the way of the worm. You know, they say if you walk without rhythm, you won't attract the worm. Well, I'm attracting the worms with my sexiness. Oh. Look, if you can't sexually harass worms, what are you doing with your life? Top meow indeed. Oh! Adaba, you're right. Top meow indeed. Top of the meowing to you. I forgot to change the price. The price has now been changed. Phew. That could have been tragic. Not really. Well, maybe. Someone would have just got a damn good deal. That's simply not allowed on the stream. No good deals, please. Okay, so we still really need to get a lot of iron into here. Get this going. Iron has run out once again. How typical. Well, got another 4,000 iron there. We might as well just drop it off where it needs to go. Which it should be to make there, but the deal would have been enough to make me don the mask. Well, that's okay. It's back working again now. We fixed it. It has returned to the natural order of things. Okay, I hear some angry worms. Something that I never like to admit. Oh dear. They are angry little worms. That's alright. We will destroy them. Let's get them out of the way. And then, once that's powered up, we should deal with those worms. Rotate that. Okay. And I think we should just get these worms as well. Because quite frankly, these worms are not my friends. Kick has claimed first. Which, you know, is funny. Because there were other people first. But, you know, if they don't claim it, it doesn't count. 3 times in a rod. Damn right. Suckers. Well, can't help it. You're 6 times in a rod. How many rods to the hog head? That's what I want to know. If you snooze, you lose. I'm just taking all those typos as like the way they were meant to be. Me too. Hogs to the rods to the hog head. Okay. I don't know my rods to hog head measurements. It's never really come up much in my life, I'll be honest with you. What am I going to do with this big spot here? I guess I'll figure something out. Okay, and that... Whoop, not that one. Hogshead of beer or hogshead of wine? They're different. Are they? I don't know if if it's joke time or if this is actually a serious consideration. Like the different swallows. Well, I don't have the answer to that, I'm afraid. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just sand over this part. We're wasting a lot of landfill this way, but quite frankly it doesn't matter. Because we probably need it at some point. I mean, if we can make more landfill, landfill's easier. You've learned recently that you can put fish back into water. You can put fish back into water. You're right. Gotta drop them in there. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is figure out these train stations that existed for this bit. I don't know if this is going to quite work the way I want it to, but by gosh darn, we're going to try. In fact, it works almost perfectly. Since rod is a measure of distance and hog head is a measure of volume, I'm asking kilometers per liter. Well, sure. Thanks to the rages there. Hey, no worries, you were streaming. I prefer to, raid people that support the channel, so, even by being here is support of the channel, so I appreciate you, man. That's what I'm saying. Okay, not to get weird about it, but we're about to get weird about it. That shouldn't be active. Oh, because it should be anything. Right, okay. That's good. And then we need to get the sulfuric wastewater, which works something like, but not entirely like this. Don't know exactly where it comes into. Makes sense that that looks about right. Would that be sulfuric wastewater? Let's confirm. That looks like purified water, not wastewater. Glad we checked that one out. Where's the wastewater go then? Where does the wastewater go? It's... Oh, somewhere in here. Maybe? Sulfuric wastewater goes up that way. Oh. Hello, keyboard? My USB things have been disconnecting recently. I don't know why. Hang on, I've got to disconnect and reconnect my keyboard. This is a weird thing that I've had to do a couple of times. I'm just running infinitely. Thankfully, there's no attackers there, because that would be annoying. I don't know what I'm about to pull out, so this could be interesting. That probably wasn't the thing. Okay. No, we're still running permanently. Well, actually. No, we are running permanently. Interesting. I don't want to be running permanently. I don't want to be running at all, quite frankly. Okay. What is this supposed to be connected to, and why is it doing this to me? Just disconnect another USB thing. If I lose power... Oh! No, I thought the running had stopped. Huh. This is... annoying. What is this connected to? I mean, obviously it's connected to the USB, but where? Where is... Oh, it's this one. We good? Okay, we're good. Goodness gracious. Let's get some work done, eh? Been happening lately. I don't know why that's been happening. It's kind of annoying. Happened a couple of times now. I didn't think it was gonna... I don't know. Part of me wonders is it just happening because it's warm. Maybe. It's false when there's no inputs. That sounds right to me. Yeah, sulfuric acid sorted. Now we need sulfuric acid drop as well. Why does that not connect? That doesn't make any sense why that wouldn't connect. Facecam frozen. Oh. Yes, apparently it is. Oh my god, I'm invisible. Interesting. Okay, we're back. Weird. Okay, thank you for pointing that out. That was strange. Oh, I see, because that's a chalk drop. Okay, look, let's just put them all in here, right? It goes like that, because then we need to get charcoal in. Thanks, Windows. I'm not sure it's Windows' fault on this one, but I'll blame Windows. Gotta blame someone, right? There's a chalk drop station. Okay. Oh, hang on. Chalk drop stations like that, then we should have some wigglies go the way we need them to. Oh, come on now. Stop it. USB, stop it. I done things weirdly? Have I put things in the wrong place? Supposed to be around the water pumps. Oh yeah, I think things are connected slightly wrong. Okay. That's okay, because we can easily just shift them. Is it supposed to be that one? It's supposed to be that one, I think. You maybe? I really want confirmation here. Sulfuric waste. I'm very confused. What's going on? Actually, turn that off for a second. Nope. Turn that off for a second. There we go. Where is that supposed to go? So sulfuric waste is here. Goes up, but doesn't actually ever go into the train from here, it seems. What is this line? This line is acid. Okay. Well, knowing that is acid... there should be something else going on. Maybe I just don't care. Maybe I don't care and I just do it manually. That'll probably work. Let's just do it manually. Doing things non-manually just makes things difficult for myself, right? Oh, what are you doing? No, 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 don't disconnect this train, please. This is a good train. No path. Don't worry, we'll figure that out for in a moment. Okay, so I'm not quite sure why that's broken in the way that it has, but quite frankly, I don't care. That'll work. Like, it doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to work, right? And you don't know how to get home. Why not? What have we disconnected? Okay. Oh no, it's just doing a different thing right now. Okay, that's probably fine. And that's acid. Now, acid comes in. It's one of those moments where I'm like, if I just connect things properly, it probably would have been a lot easier. But I didn't connect things properly, and I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to connect it now. So we just move on with life. And acid comes into here, connects, into here, into here, into here. There is where acid comes into. Right. Sure, why not? I'll accept that. So, now that we've fixed all my problems, arguably, and created some other problems. Hey, thanks Raid Runner. Appreciate it. Let's that train's jammed for weird reasons, I think. That's alright. Oh, it's jammed because this train's here. What's that train doing there? That is a different charcoal train. Okay. Should have never really tried to get where it got to. Okay. That'll fix itself. So that we had two trains. Oh, wait. Is it because we've got... Yeah, we don't have any limits. You know what they say, you gotta set yourself limits. And then break them. It's like chairs. You gotta set yourself a chair and then break it. Like I've always said, if you go to a function and you don't break your chair, you weren't invited back. Alright, so... do I need more inserters? Probably. Yeah, I think I'm fine for inserters. Crystallizers, not so much. Yeah, they're going to take a little bit longer. I wouldn't worry about those. Right, pipes are the big problems. And other things as well, I suppose. We need more hydro plants. Those are easy to get. We've got those ready. Oh, we're so close to getting pink science. Pink science will just allow me to just... I plan to just ditch this part of the base. Just abandon it. You know. Let it rust. Because at that point, you know, what do we need it for? We just don't need it anymore. And I'll just slowly pull it apart for parts. Because what I would like to do is have the factory... I'm going to have my logistics mall somewhere else. I think that's the best idea. I feel like I've just trapped my train. Yep, I did. That's okay, I can go home now. Thank you. Ah, we forgot to get plastic. Always forget to get my pipes. That's alright, the pipes aren't too far away. We'll just grab this train. Go grab the pipes. We should be... Oh wow, 794 pipes. That's good shit. We're going to use all those pipes. I can tell you that right now. Destination full, destination full. That's fine. Go back to pick up. It's going to go on a little bit of a round tour, but that's okay. A lot of my bases... Whoa, buddy, no. Okay, the train just found a better direction to go at the worst possible time. Which is when I needed it to go somewhere in particular. Where's that train trying to go? Usual location, I suppose. I think I need to stop leaving patches of water in the middle. Don't we need those anymore? We should have more clarifiers along the way, but that's okay. Of course, we needed our purified water. That'll bring that in. You know, we also needed more pumps. Water boys. What are they called? Just pumps, I think. Offshore pumps. We need basic circuits and iron gears. Okay, of which we have none of either. Good job. Well, we'll bring the iron in. And we'll bring the basic soy kits. I don't know why I always call them basic soy kits. It's just fun to me, I think. I don't know when they're going to be making their rounds over here, but don't be worried about it. They'll get around to it when they get around to it. What we could do is that... I just save like a... I don't know if it's actually any real savings, but it feels good. Sometimes feelings are important. Okay. So that'll get my coal in here. And it's at this point I realize I still haven't brought my filters. Again. That's alright. That's the stone going to become mineralized water. Yes, it is. Probably need to get my sulfuric acid sorted as well, which if we come in here, that'll be sorted pretty quickly. Especially if we had the track for it. Wonderful. I anticipate it's coming this way right now. It is. Wonderful. Oh, goodness. Some of these builds. The good news, after I finish this build, I will stop doing them exactly like this. I'll start having a better system. I'll just tell myself that. Maybe I'll even believe it. I think for future builds we are going to need to really make sure that we don't do it like this anymore. Like, we're going to actually have a legion of construction bots that we put down and then make them do all this in the future. Because this is ridiculous. That's okay. Part of Seablock is about finding out where you've done things wrong and then doing it better next time. Maybe that's just Factorio in a nutshell, right? I mean, does anyone ever play Factorio perfectly the first time? Absolutely not. What about the 7th time? No. What about the 307th time? No. Why 307? I don't know. It's just the number that came up in my head. Pointers. Factorio plays. We desire perfection, but we'll never reach it. Saying that I desire perfection is probably a little bit bullshit. You played Factorio perfectly on your Game Boy Color in 1997? Yeah, well, Zoe, you're just a better person than me, so, you know. Obviously. Obviously you played it perfectly. But I could never match your skill. And quite frankly, I don't want to even try. I just embarrass myself. More so than I normally do. And also high. Okay, so this is my mineralized water. Good stuff to have. I don't know, how many construction bots do I want when I do this? All of them. I was really expecting an iron train to come by at some point. You know what, I'll take that. I don't know why you don't want to go any further though. What are you scared of? Is it that train? Why is that train not going into its house? There's another train stuck in there. I see. You like the mods is once you perfect something, bigger challenge? I mean, I have no delusions of adequacy. I have no delusions that I'll ever master anything. It sounds kind of defeatist, but also more realistic. But come on, see if you can do it. No, no I can't. But it's okay. As I said, I have no delusions of adequacy. Right, so these trains have jammed themselves because they're silly. That should fix up my train problems. Okay, I would like a couple of stacks of those, and then you may leave. We've probably got an iron train waiting for us as well. Okay, looking good. So that coal will then get spread throughout the base. There should be an iron train somewhere waiting for us. Why do you get stuck there? Why do you get stuck there? No reason to get stuck there. What have I done wrong? Oh, you know what? I know what I've done wrong. I mean, I've done the usual things wrong, let's be honest. It's pretty much always the same problem. I'm a doofus and I messed it up. It would be... This is all the same section. Cool. So what we need to do is disconnect a couple of these. And that should fix the problems. Yeah, look at that. Trains coming through. Hell yeah, brother. Brother? I think I meant brother there, but whatever. Okay, good. We are a step closer to achieving world domination. And by that, I mean mediocrity again. It's always mediocrity with me. Okay, we've got pipes full of sulfuric acid. Love to see it, love to see it. I think... Oh no, it is pumping. Beans. Oh god, the beans. No, we're trying to get away from beans. I know. The Seablock community loves beans, but I've had it up to here with those beans. I've been there, done that, if you will. Hey Kiwi Hawk, good to see you. I have had a good Christmas. How you doing? I'm not a friend of the beans. You know what? I tried being a friend of the beans, but they're no friend of mine. You know, the beans started the war. I'm just here to finish it. Okay, we don't need to worry about that for this. Now, the leaching plants, of course, are doing it wrong, but we don't worry about that. Yeah, that's probably good. Okay. I do need to get more flotation cells to fix all this up, but that's not a problem right now. Main thing is that just this is working, and it will once we actually get the filters in. Everything else I think is good. I was about to say good, but then it's like purified water is 0. Just a bad amount of purified water. So why did I want the iron in the first place? It was probably like valves. And valves are probably always good. No, it was something that needed something else. Enjoying the summer weather? Oh my goodness. How? How are you enjoying the summer weather? I do not deal well with summer weather. Oh, glad you're enjoying yourself. Out at Mirawai. Nice. I always forget that where that is. Mirawai. That is... Ah. Around Auckland. Wow. Not that close. I guess it is. Awesome. Did I update my mods? From when to when? Like, I updated them at the start of this, which would have been about 2-3 months ago. So we got platinum and all that jazz. Is that what you're asking, or has there been another mod that I have missed, like another update since then? Oh, that's gonna haunt me, that one. I have not updated. No. Does it change anything that is potentially game breaking? You know what? No, I don't update mods in the middle of a run. You update mods in the middle of a run, that's how it all goes horribly wrong. So... No, I haven't updated it since then. Because, yeah, as I said, I don't update my mods in the middle of a run, because if something goes wrong, it just loses it basically ends the stream, and I don't want to do that. Most significant changes around wood and paper. Yeah, no, I'm not going to touch that. Because it would suck to download a new update and then it just break half of the things, and then I just don't feel like doing it, and then it all just sort of collapses. Oh, I wanted pumps! I remember what I needed now. Yes. Actually, yes, but not like that. Actually, yes. There we go. The sulfuric acid clearly is not going that direction. Yeah, it should do the trick. We also do need to have a way of getting oxygen out, or else the environmental agency will be out on my back again. Excuse me. Wooden boards can only be made from wood. Phenolic boards are made from paper and liquid resin. Paper recipes get some love. Fair enough. Paper's only really used. Thank you. Paper's really only used for wires, isn't it? I've noticed that. All right. So we need a way of collecting oxygen, which we will do right now, I suppose. Wait, do these not have a way of collecting oxygen? Surely they do. It's on the first one. So, up here maybe? Where's the oxygen connect to? Oh, it connects down through the bottom. Of course it does. Okay, great. And it comes out the side. Yes, it does. Okay, that makes more sense. Tiny bit of paper for biosciences. Fair enough. I don't know if I like you being exactly where you are, buddy. Update. Oh, okay. Yep. No, I'm for this I'm all for this update. How's it going? Hopefully some good news. I do so love good news, but I don't anticipate it. Actually, you know what? We don't even need this. Oops. We need that. Okay. So now we want to get the oxygen in, because it's very important that we have a plan for the oxygen. Can we just sort of flip that up a little bit? Yeah, that's way better. Okay, and at that point we run out of resources. That's fine. Running out of resources happens all the time. No good news. No good news, she got what was coming. If you spoke to those bank employees half as nasty as she spoke to you, you can only imagine the empathy going out the window like yours did. Oh. Hang on, I thought she wasn't that nasty last time you spoke to her. Considering you were the only one able to, like, trying to help her. Oh, that's a sad end of the story. Alright then. Well. Yeah, I guess if she spoke to people, treated them like shit, then people are gonna be like, alright, well, why should we help you? That's sad. I don't know who it's sad for, but it's sad for someone. She wasn't nasty until she didn't get the red carpet rolled out for her, then complete change. Oh. Interesting. It's one of those people that think if you're nice, you get the world to like do what you want, but also believes that you deserve that. I mean, I certainly believe being nice is always important, but it doesn't mean the world owes you a damn thing. Right? Okay. I thought she was like fairly resigned to the fact that money wasn't coming back. So that's I find it interesting that she got nasty there. Did you ever find out how that happened though? Like the phone thing that you were investigating was interesting. Okay, and that should be them gone. And that should be them gone. Gosh, I love plasma cannons. So useful. Gonna work. Might have gotten too lazy for my own good there. Well, doesn't matter. I ran out of landfill anyway. It was extremely demanding, even if those bank employees were telling it was a scam. I mean, the money was never coming back anyway. Yeah, I mean, be nice to people, especially when you need their help. I know it's not the reason you should be nice to people. You should be nice to people because being nice to people is a great thing to do, but... Well... Some people are like that, I guess. Alright, so we need more landfill, we need more tracks, we need more... We need more stuff that gives me iron, really. Which is why we're doing the rubite. Definitely need more tracks, more iron. 99% sure it's her phone line. Well, I mean, is she paying you? If she's not paying you, then what reason does she have? Flotation cells. Yes, you're correct. Thank you, Spenny. It's appreciated. Those are liquefiers. Commonly not known as flotation cells. Oh, and filters. We need filters. Already paid? Well, there you go. You're already paid, then... No? That's fine, then. I guess if she's already paid, then, goodbye. You've done everything you could. And she treated you like shit, I guess. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. I don't know exactly what happened. But... Did your job. Again, I don't know the situation. Maybe you didn't do your job. I assume you did. You're a professional after all. I'd accept such, like, not doing their job as, like, from some sort of amateurish Dave, but not a professional Dave. Goodness, never a professional Dave. Okay. And we've got some landfill. Probably not enough, but it'll be enough for what we need to do right now. And then we put the filters in, get it started there. We're still going to have a bunch of jams because of things that aren't working, but there's nothing we can do about that right now until the iron comes through. Which the rubite will help that. And of course the oxygen will be good to have as well. Well, that was always going to happen. You wanted to investigate the mystery of the PayPal account you didn't even know was linked to a phone number. Yeah, that's interesting. How do you not know a PayPal account is linked to your phone number? Well, that's people for you, I suppose, sadly. Okay, we good now? That connect everything up. Make a nice little square. Yeah, that'll make a nice little square when it gets around to building it. Cool. I'm not too worried about finishing that line right now. So the next thing I need to do, the last thing I need to do in fact, is get this built up so we can actually get the rubite out of here. The only resource I called by its correct name. Okay, so now the plan is we'd like to... Ooh, is it gonna work? I don't know. Let's see. I may have done this wrong. Oh. Supposed to be like that, which is still wrong, mind you. But we can worry about that later. So glad you have a full-time front-facing job. Yes. Everything is just slightly off. Everything's got one. Pointing. Wait. You know what? New plan. We're just gonna do it separately. Well, we've got plenty of space actually, so what we can do is just the old wiggle. The old wiggle is always a good trick. Is there room for one more wiggle? No. What am I doing? Clearly nothing right. That gives me enough room for... That gives me enough room for a silo. It's all I need. I do have silos on me, right? No. No, I do not. Of course not. Ooh. Why are not silos? Get rid of that. Just bank down the road, and whenever they get fraud and security concerns, someone has been sending them to me. I mean, it's good that they've actually been sending them to you. You're like that, you know, I'm trying to think of, like, the position. You know, like in movies with, like, cops and stuff, and the cops like, we can't help you, but here's the number of this PI. We thought it was professional Dave, but it's actually... Wait. Personal Dave. Personal Dave. That makes sense. I thought it was professional Dave. It's actually personal Dave. PI Dave, yeah. Do you need a Dave? Here's a number you can call. Sometimes we all need a Dave. Hey Veldak, welcome. Welcome to me changing my mind multiple times. Like that's unusual. A wild Veldak has appeared. Throw a rock at him. Works for Pokemon, it'll work for Veldaks. Okay, hang on. Let's just go back to what I just said there. So you know in Pokemon, the Safari Zone, right? You go to the Safari Zone and you catch Pokemon. But you're not allowed to like fight them because that's rude. You are, however, allowed to throw rocks at them. Could you imagine like going to a like safari with a bunch of endangered animals and then just throwing rocks at them? And you're like, it's fine as long as they're not fighting them with other animals. I think that's worse. I think it's on par. I don't know if it's worse actually. It's certainly not better. Okay. Just generally, I think throwing animals, rocks at animals, endangered or not, someone's going to get pissed at you. If not the animal itself. Probably the animal itself. Animals hate getting rocks thrown at them. Trust me, I know from experience. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3. Good. Then we have the chunks. The old chunky boys. Which is, needless to say, what they used to call me in high school. Hammer and blowtorch. I mean, it'll stress test things, but I don't think it's going to stress test them in a way that is particularly helpful for most real-world conditions. Most real-world conditions, you don't need to hit a CPU, Or GPU with a blowtorch and a hammer. So while I guess it would stress test them, I mean, it's true, you can also stress test people that way as well. You know, if you're not sure if your employees can handle the high stress of your job, hit them with a blowtorch and a hammer, see how they react. If they react poorly, then maybe they can't handle the stressful job. Some people say, that's inhumane, you can't do that to people. And I say, my employees are not people. They're little more than cattle to me. Anyway, that's why I got fired from my management job. Oh god. Am I on a list? I'm on a few lists, Zoe. At least we talk about it, the happier I'll be. I'm not on any of the bad lists. You know, there are some lists that you do not want to be on. I don't need to tell you which lists those are, because I think we all know. But I'm certainly on a list. It's like a do not hire list. Do not promote this man. Do not let this man hit employees with a stick. You'd think that that would have already been on my file, but no. It is now. Oh! Oh! That was scary. When you flew in November, it was the first time in over 6 years you weren't randomly selected. For a stick hitting? That was close. It was a little too close, wasn't it? Alright, we got through it. Survived. I really need to get the high-powered armor just so that way if I get hit by a train I just sort of laugh it off. We're not there yet though. Okay, it's time to get the filters in, I think. Or at least some of the filters in. Training loading question, if you may. Sure. Always happy to answer questions. Train loading question. Sure, I'll answer the best I can. Keep in mind, I work on the principle of good enough will do. Which is not how most people play. Alright, so that gets my rewrite. You load with 8 and unload with 4. Why not move back 1 and unload with 8? Was loading, but valid? Yeah, good enough is good enough. It wasn't really, there wasn't much thought process in it, it was just get it done. And now it has got done. Because I mean, I could spend a while like perfecting things, but I don't care about perfecting things. If it gets done, it'll do. And if it's broken or wrong, I'll fix it later. Okay, we've got some good news. The Rubites coming through. We do not have the silos as of yet. But that will only take a couple of moments to go and get those. It's fine. Every software engineer. Exactly. I'm not even a software engineer. I'm not even qualified to say it's fine. Which is probably a concern. Hey Wes. Not even qualified to say it's okay. Yep, that's me. You know what, Wes? Just for you, I'm gonna fix it. Just for you. No, actually I'm not, because that means Kick's achievement doesn't mean anything. So no, I'm not gonna fix it actually. I was gonna fix it as a joke, but no, it still matters to Kick. Why would I hurt Kick to annoy you? Unless Kick gives me permission. No. No. There was nothing politically adjacent about what I was saying. There was nothing political adjacent. Trust me, I've been very careful. No, I haven't. You just wanted to hear it. Okay. In the event of a real political adjacency alarm, that's what it would have sounded like. And then I would have laughed and said, yeah, valid. That was just a test of the emergency systems. Okay. There's just a bunch of crap in here that I don't care about. Okay. What did I need? I needed silos, which means I need stone. And iron and steel. Oh god, I need everyone. Whole gang's here. I needed only 3 of them at this stage. I need more... I need crystallizers, that's going to be a problem real soon. I need some more hydro plants, easy. Once the rubite is better sorted, we're going to be in a much happier place, I think. I'm just going to wait for this to empty so that way I can steal this train. They messed up our alert system. What's this about? Nine Alberta emergency alerts in a row were a testing glitch. Oh, that's not good. Oh, but they say that there's a test. Well, that's good. Maybe they shouldn't have sent 9 of them, though. 9 of them is probably a step too many. I mean, it's like, what was it, like a few years back Hawaii got an alarm that they were being nuked or so, like being attacked? Oh, it just reminds me of the COVID alarms. That always made me unhappy. I mean, I don't think anyone was ever happy about the COVID alarms. Doesn't matter what country you're in. Hearing just an alarm go off just does not make anyone happy. 8 personal phones or 5 work phones. Wait. Oh. That's apparently not connected anymore. I must have disconnected it somehow. There we go. Yeah, it's like hearing emergency sirens on one phone and then just hearing it like cascade through a building. Even if it's like your own home and it's like, you know, you've got your phone and like your flatmate or partner's phone. It's like hearing their phone go off and then your phone go off. You're like, this is not good. Doesn't matter what's happening, it's always uncomfortable. And you're just like, everyone's like, I don't know what's happening, but I wish it wasn't happening now. Oh. That is... Oh, really? Is it? It looks like it's connected, but it really isn't. That's probably why it all went wrong. That's alright, that's why we fix these things. Oh, shoot. Can we take it 75 actually? Remember when you were experiencing civil unrest and the alert you got was ordering people to stay home, otherwise they would risk injury, arrest, or even death. God, America, never change. You didn't even get a friendly Kia Kaha. If you don't get a Kia Kaha, what are you doing? Which, now that I say that aloud, I realize that means nothing to most people in this stream. Kia Kaha, meaning stay strong. It was like the thing they were sending like every time there was stuff for COVID. Oh, no! No! Something's making the wrong stuff. Kiora. Well, Kiora's hello. But well done on that one, Solburn. Kiora. Kiora, bro. But no, Kia Kaha is stay strong. Which was like kind of the phrase they would say a lot during COVID. Stay strong, people, we got this. Okay, ditch that. You've entered your biggest descent into hubris and ego yet. A 168 advanced oil array. Yes. Our hubris has been pleasing. Okay, so we've got some jive that we didn't mean to have. Okay. I don't know what you're doing there. But you seem to be having fun, so carry on. That not... That is. Oh, the mineralized water isn't going anywhere. Yeah, that might be just a problem because we don't have the crystallizers. That probably backed up everywhere. Yeah. Kia is a car. Oh, Kia Kaha. I can never get one over you, can I? Always a hit on those puns. Rube chunks, pick. We'll sort that out in a moment. And also it needs to be crystal pick. Brilliant. There is no current crystal train. We can make that now. Okay. So that is not making anything currently because it is jammed. Why is it jammed? Oh, it's the mineral. The bloody minerals. Okay, we gotta go get that sorted, I think. Actually, can you come over here, please? I said please. It bothered me that it took them so long to launch. We're having frame issues, which means the alternative is that there's a lot of buildings to go on. You can't get there? For reals? That goes the wrong way. It goes the wrong way, doesn't it? Yeah. Got it. It's a bit wiggly there, but it's fine. Sometimes the best roads are the wiggliest roads. That is the motto of the Wiggles, Australia's #1 band. I was going to say for children, but that might actually be Australia's #1 band. When I really think about it, I'm like, actually, might still be correct. I mean, no one's correcting me. That might actually be a thing. Okay. What is the biggest band in Australia? AC/DC. I don't think so. That's rock music. According to Australian musicians, no. No. I'm thinking it's it only makes sense that it is the Wiggles. And I'm going to stick with that. AC/DC salutes me? Well, they should stop saluting me. Feeling uncomfortable. Please stop. I barely know who you are, AC/DC. You can't just salute me. The biggest band in Australia might be different from the biggest band from Australia. That's true. You know what? I'm just going to accept that it's the Wiggles. And we'll just rest knowing that I'm right for a change. Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but I think I'm right this time. I'd like to go over to the Rubite facility. That's not it. Where's the Rubite facility? It's up here. Ah, it was a little tiny and it did like Rubite and Jive. Cute. I'm gonna let it keep going. There's no reason to stop it. Okay. Enable train limit 1. Anything over 8k. Now, I believe that also means there's actually nowhere for that train to go right now. But that's okay. We also need to do the same thing with the crushed. I can call it Rube now? But it's called Rubite. Oh, that's a nickname. Hey Soli, that's just a nickname. Don't worry about it. It's just a nickname because I can't be bothered typing the full thing. Yeah, don't worry about that. That's just a nickname. Okay? Meanwhile, Soulburn seethes slightly. Slightly may be an under-exaggeration. Okay, we still need to make Chrontium. Also known as Chron. Look, if I say that, I'll get away with it. Okay. There we go. I would like to input priority that side, please. Don't stick your fingers in. Don't tell me what to do. Sapphirella and Stirrite. Good. So that should do fairly well. That should mean Rubite is just being created constantly now. It's working on it. Give it a sec. The next thing we need to do is get oxygen to actually leave. What's going to jam up next is the oxygen. Can I build good tanks? No. That's some iron though. I need iron and steel. Gross. Get the steel in then. Let's not be complicated. Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? Acting gets me frustrated. You know what? Weird Al Yankovic had that song right. Weird Al Yankovic has every song right though. Just an amazing man, that Weird Al. Okay, so it's not getting a lot of Rubite in, but we will get that sorted in just a moment. Do not fret. My dear viewers, do not fret. We will get it sorted. And it'll be marvelous once it's done. Okay. So we do have some train tracks, right? We do have a little bit. Cool. So now what I'd like to do is have a train stop right here. We should have an oxygen pick station I can just copy from, right? Yes. I'm going to copy from this one. And we will put a... second limiter into there. We'll just power it, because power is the future. And then we'll have a way to put the oxygen in there as an overflow valve. And eventually that'll start filling up. Eventually. I wonder what happened to Avril Lavigne. She got Lyme disease. She did. I heard... I don't know if I remember this properly, but I thought she was making a comeback. Yeah. I just don't think about Avril Lavigne enough these days, you know? Okay. Really? We've got like 2 Avril Lavigne songs, maybe 3 Avril Lavigne songs on our playlist in the car. We got Skater Boy, because you need Skater Boy. We got... what's the other song? Skater Boy... Complicated, obviously. That's the one I was going with. And, the last one... which was... I'm With You. I don't know if that... there's probably other songs as well, I just don't remember. I don't really listen to them. She probably had an album. Excuse me? Why did I just see Rubite go that way? I have to fix that, I guess. Okay, we'll go fix that Rubite in a second. Crushed Jive. Gross. Why would anyone have crushed Jive in their pocket? You know, aside from monsters, of course. But do I look like a monster? I mean, seriously now. Sometimes. But you know, in a fun kind of way. A lot of our playlists in our car is just songs that we listened to when we were younger. Oh. And so it's just continuing that. It's just like, oh, yeah, this song, it's great. Just songs you can sing to, you know, because you've heard them millions of times. I want to count the number of items in 2 chests and program inserters to move items from one to the other. I would do it with having a couple of deciders where both conditions are met. Each one will give a tick, and if tick was 2, for instance, then to move it that way. That's how I would do it. If that makes sense. So I would have 2 conditions. If this number is less than this number, and then also that number is less than this, then activate it. At least 2 by 1. You can get around that, surely. How the hell did we have purple? Oh, because the... Yeah, of course. Make sure we don't have any purple crystals anywhere. Are the numbers dynamic if you express them as a set value? Probably not. All inline storage tank, okay. Can we build another one of those? No, because we have no iron. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, we probably should filter this up, or we're going to start having problems in a new way. I think after I'm done with the Chrontium, I think we're going to go to only having... going to go to ceramics. I think ceramics would be good to move into. Goodness. Okay, so oxygens we're getting to leach into here, that's good. These are making my rubite, and it's getting updated as we require it. Are we not making enough nitric acid? Oh. Oh no. You know what? I got a plan for that. Because back in the day... Did I ever plan for this appropriately? Nitric waste. I've got a train spot. Okay. Kinda did. That is a train station name. We have nothing that resembles fuel at this station. Frustrating. Empty. And also full. Also, I'd like to change the name of that station because it no longer should have an asterisk. It is a rare case where I planned ahead. I know, I'm scared too. I didn't plan that well ahead because... I wanted to use that, and then I didn't. Okay. Are we ditching nitric wastewater somehow? Or are we just... I don't think we're ditching it. I just don't think we make enough. Yeah, we can ditch that train. Oh. We actually have enough iron for making things. Exciting. Oh my god, we made everything we needed. We just needed crystallizers and leaching plants. Okay. You want to let everyone know that your master will lead to a job after graduation. Down at Starbucks on Monday. Congratulations. Let that one sit for a second. Anyway, moving on. I've let it sit. I am pleased. Yeah. Okay. So, I didn't take the crystallizers, only the chemical plants. You fool. Well, that's alright, we still needed we still needed these. Like, this was still a requirement. I just should have also got the crystallizers. Which I assume we do have. We also still need more chemical plants, which is kind of fascinating. And then we've got to plug all of them in, which is going to be a pain. That's okay. I find a train somewhere that I can just ride to oblivion. Doverkin, Doverkin, ride this train here. Gotta go over there to get some things done. It's been interesting watching the reviews for Starfield, by the way. Like, it was a game that, like, my dad was looking into. He's like, oh, it's by the makers of Skyrim. You think it's gonna be good? And I'm like, hold. He's like, you don't think it's gonna be good? I'm like, hold. Because I just don't trust Bethesda. And then Starfield has become exactly what I was kind of afraid it would be. Oh, you wanted me to read them, is that what you were saying? Okay. I think I would like to focus. I don't think I need these anymore. Oh, that broke something. Fine. Breaking things is what I do best. You seem excited to play it. You refuse to pay more than $10 on it. I mean, honestly, from what I'm hearing, that might be the appropriate price for it. That's not true. It's probably worth what they pay, but I don't know. What they charge. I don't know. How do you equate goodness of a game to how much you should pay for it? Oh. The problem is this little guy. This little furnace of mine. It's not very good. This little furnace of mine. It's not very good. Okay, breaking things what I'm best at is going to be a quote. All right. No idea. You know what, actually, I find this interesting, Wes. You're like, I'll risk it. One of them was picked. Okay, well done. You're like, you know that it might not get the attention you wanted to get. And you're going to play that game anyway. What is your best case example here? I mean, your best case example is I think your joke is funny. Your worst case is that I ban you. Best case is I enjoy it, worst is I time you out. So you're deliberately doing things for the timeout now. Knowing that could happen. I find that interesting. It can happen in any stream. You know what? You're right. It can happen in any stream. And... Really thinking about what action I want to take on that one. Let's move on. Anyway. You know what? Yeah. I'm going to take this action. And I'm sorry, Wes. We've had some good times, but I really do not appreciate the fact that you're skirting the line repeatedly, knowing that it's frustrating me, and I'm done. I'm sorry. And we move on. And the quality of the stream is now epic. We are moving on. So, I'm more than willing to have this conversation later off stream if people wish to have it. Moved from stream to... For now. I haven't decided yet. I am more than willing to have this conversation offline. And by offline, I mean online, because I'm not having this conversation offline. But you know what I mean. Okay, so the solder is coming through. This is finally sorted. That's good. We've got the crystallizers coming through. We really need to go and get the solder sorted out in the future. Waiting for resources to make resources. I would have it no other way. Ah, Seablock. Never change. Here we hook if you're here, but still here, and I don't think you are. Don't change Seablock. I love it. Unless you're going to put some space extension stuff in there, in which case, go for it. Because I just don't hurt myself enough, apparently. Can we just try and get some coal out of the way? Great. Need some more rails. No even distribution. Nah. No even distribution. Even distribution for people with hope. And as I've said multiple times, I'm hopeless. Sad but true. Okay, where's the jive made? Jive's made over there, okay. So we still need to make Chrontium. If anyone's here wondering why I'm calling resources the wrong thing, it's because I called them the wrong thing so many times that Soulburn got annoyed and permanently changed them. Which, honestly, that's the best mod I've downloaded. No, it's one of the best mods I've downloaded from the community. Of course, the Star Control sounds, despite the fact I don't use them, pretty cool. And the time that Ghosten nuked me in a single, like, while I was playing a single-player game, that was... I don't know if that was the best or the worst moment. It was certainly unexpected. But calling things by their correct name is always good. Is it alright? We don't know. Gosh, it's warm right now. I should put makeup on in advance so that way I, like, don't shimmer. When I walk in the room, shimmer. Anyway, I don't know Taylor Swift's song enough to do that one justice. I'm sure I could ask Panda and she'd have the lyrics. Is Panda a huge Swiftie? I don't know if huge Swiftie is right. But certainly a Swiftie. There we go. Yesterday you went to a cocktail bar for a New Year's... Yeah, I think you mentioned that. Didn't you? I vaguely recall you mentioning something about a cocktail... Well, about celebration, New Year's celebration early. Oh, there were words in that sentence. Appropriate size and shape for a Swiftie. Eh? Not sure what you're saying. I feel like I'm offended, but I'm not sure how. Not huge. You know what? Yeah, you're right. I'm like, I'm offended, I think, but I'm not quite sure how offended. An acceptable sized Swiftie, yes. While you're having your own time, someone caught your attention, suddenly a flash. Someone took your picture with an oldie camera. Oh no, your VTubing career is ruined. Okay. This will kill my power. And when the drink came... Oh! The drink came with your picture. That's cool! How often do you order a drink that gives you a picture of yourself? That's a real experience. Never have before, probably never will again unless you go back there, I suppose. That's so fun! F my power grid. I have... F the rules, I have money. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge was good times. when I design these to be done with robots, I'm going to have ways to initialize these better. And the cup was shaped like a camera lens. What? It's even better. It's even cooler. You got a cool drink, my dude. I don't need to tell you that, you know. This isn't even the painful part. The painful part's next. With the filters where I have to do it 6 times on each one. Okay. So that's done. That'll start making a lot of slag slurry. Or they stole your camera. Digital cameras can't capture souls because it's just data to a picture of photons. Witches are in shambles. Hang on a second. I thought cameras already, like just regular cameras, stole your soul. Now we're just saying it's only digital cameras? Only normal cameras, not digital cameras. I think all cameras steal souls. I don't think you can make a distinction. Just one of them you can be uploaded onto your soul can be uploaded onto the internet afterwards. Which is kinda cooler. Okay, we're so close to being done with this. How many more filters do we have? 183. That should be enough to get us through. Do not throw souls. What are we supposed to do? Soul burn? Burn them? I got him! I got him! I got him! Okay. So that should be making a lot of rubite now. And how's my power? It's close to max. Lurk BRB. Alright then. We need to make more nitric waste. Oh, nitric acid. I think we need more nitric acid for other things anyway, right? Yeah, we're gonna have to make nitric acid eventually anyway. So let's not worry too much about it. And I mean, how much do we need the rubite crystals? Rubite crystals are required for titanium, gold, and uranium. So everything but cobalt. Yeah, that's about right. Don't know what I was expecting on that one. Anyway, that should be producing, based off what we've done before, we're doing 900 crushed drive per minute. So sorry, crushed rubite per minute. Which is not actually as much as I'd want. But it'll be enough for the time being. It'll be enough to get us to the next step of the evolution. $500 per minute's still something, I suppose. Where's that train going? Oh! Picking up the crushed. Nice. Oh, sorry, not crushed, the chunks. We are jammed. Why are we jammed? Sulfuric waste. Right. Okay, that makes sense because we don't have a way to get rid of them if it gets full. Or we do, but just not enough. And that's jammed because we're not... Okay. We need some iron. Good news, bad news. There's no real bad news. We just need a couple of clarifiers. We just got to clarify a couple of things. Now, keep in mind this is only being done because we can't use all the wastewater we've got. That's going to change very soon. When acid starts being in a different situation in my life. I've got to say that because otherwise I'm going to get the inspector angry at me. I don't know. Have I seen Turtle here today? I'm sure I have. I don't remember. How much does that actually go through? 160 per second. Okay, so we'll get about 500 a second going. 480, close enough. You don't need to be good at maths, you just need to be close enough. How much does that make? That makes 75 per second, and these use 9. Okay. Where is this going? Nowhere. Okay. Now it's working. That's pretty good actually. I'm pretty happy with that. We'll get the last crystallizers and then I think we are good to start working on something else. I don't know what. I think, even though I don't want to, I think working on the Chrontium next is probably just the best idea. It's dull and it's laborious, but it is actually what I need. Because then we get the silver, we get the copper, we get everything we need, and then we are probably back onto Research Town. More power. More power will come when we get purple science. Which we can't really do right now. More power is on the cards though. Purple science at the moment is dismally sad. But 80. Nah, we don't need more power. We're fine, we've got 307 megawatts. Like Bill Gates said, 307 megawatts should be enough for anybody. I like to think Bill Gates knows what he's talking about. I don't know if Bill Gates ever actually said that, by the way. I think it's one of those things that people said he said, but he didn't. I don't know why it's so accusatory at the end, but he didn't. Didn't bloody say it. How are we going to blue science, by the way? Is that actually doing anything? Not really. Is it because of transistors again? Probably. What are we short on? Glass. Glass! Why are we short on glass? Weird thing to be short on. Oh, because the rubite now comes in. So we used to be short on glass. You think you did it? God, you hate circuitry? No, we were short on glass because we didn't have the rubite, but now we do have the rubite. The glass shouldn't be a problem anymore. We could also make glass better if we had more powder mixers. Admittedly, this is only the first part of glass, but that's fine. Okay, so let's get more crystallizers. And all the landfill my little body can take. Welcome back, Dave. Need faster inserters on stone, do I? Have a look. What's going on with stone? You're right. Quite right, Spinny. Quite right. It's not quite enough stone, but it'll do for the moment. Still working on artillery. Yeah, science hasn't moved in ages because of my resources being absolutely shockingly bad. It does, but I actually do need science to be done. The problem is silver is bad because I don't have enough chrontium. I spent all this time building rubite, which is not, as one might ascertain, chrontium. Maybe we should try walking to the edge of the map. You little shit. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Hmm. At endgame, you'd have so much speed, it won't be that bad. Probably right, too. The landfill will be the problem. Okay. Just a massive base dedicated to dirt. What a dumb thing that would be to build all the way at the end of the world in Seablock. Just you know, like base in a book, you just base in a book to like make the more dirt. The ocean falling to the void. Kinda nice, wasn't it? It is now a legendary stream. Thank you, Zoe. That's all the rubite done. 5 ducks per minute in Seablock. We're not doing ducks per minute in Seablock. Not happening. I'm sorry, Dave. Sorry that you had to find out this way. You know what I want to do? No. Okay, here's the plan. Here's the plan. Here's the plan, Stan. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna go tiles. No, 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 no. We don't need tiles. We just cover it all up. We'll do what the shirt after my psychotic episode is over. What is my shirt? Looks down like her? Alright, we'll do what the shirt in a moment. So never. Yeah, you know what? I saw that joke as soon as I said it. Anyway. What the shirt? Alright. Today's what the shirt. Or today's shirt, rather. Is... It's got eyes. It's got multiple eyes. It's got 11 of them. It's a beholder. Look at that little guy. He's just drawing. He's just drawing, having a good time. Cute. You know, I've just realized I like this eye here. It's just like discerning. It's like, indeed. Yeah. I love beholders. They're my favorite monster in D&D. Like in all of D&D, they're my favorite monster ever. And they've been that way ever since the game Eye of the Beholder. And, yeah. I remember when I was just a little guy watching Eye of the Beholder on my dad's knee, just watching him play Eye of the Beholder, and being fascinated by it. And then there was a beholder, and it was like, ooh, it was scary looking, and it was like slimy, and I loved it. And I've loved beholders ever since. I wasn't actually watching on my dad's knee, I was a bit older than that, but still, I was certainly watching it and enjoying it. And that's what matters. Wait, mineralized water? Ah, hell. That awkward moment when you realize this is never going to work the way you had anticipated. Chrontium, that's right, we're working on Chrontium. Dave, is that about to be a quote? Because it's a good quote. We're gonna just landfill all of it. I don't care anymore. I haven't decided yet. You know what? I've decided for you. It's no longer in your wheelhouse. I was like, Davis. But now I realize. Even though you didn't ask me, Solbin, I'm going to tell you what my plans for New Year. Me and Panda are going to watch a movie. We're probably going to watch Nomura. I think he means you, Dave. The plan... We wanted to watch something animated, so... I was like, why not Nomura? We've been meaning to watch that all year. Panda was like, that's what I wanted to watch. And I'm like, well, why was it my decision? It's like one of those, you know, it's your decision. We can watch whatever you want. But there's a particular choice of movie I want to watch. Okay. So. Now we turn that off. Nomura. Nomura. Not Nomura. I don't want to watch a movie of Nomura, like putting belts and buckles on everything. Yeah. It's on Netflix. Not Nomura. I don't want to watch a movie about Nomura. Can't make me watch a movie on Nomura. You seen that? Oh, I've heard good things about it. I've heard it's also wonderfully gay, and that's good. Because, you know, representation and all. Super queer, hell yes. Which is all fine by it's wonderfully gay and that's good. I mean, you know, it's... When you watch a movie, sometimes you want to see a perspective that's not your own. Not Namor. And as I am not gay, it's like, well, this is a different perspective to me. And you know, as long as it's not like the perspective of, oh no, they're the demon spawns, you know, because that's, I don't need to see that response. That response is sad. Only some gay people I've met are demon spawn. It has nothing to do with their sexuality. Nimona? It might be Nimona. Look, I haven't seen the movie. I'm going to call it the wrong thing. Hell yeah, vibe of the stream is good. Excellent. I'm providing good vibes. Doesn't get any better than that. I'm not killing worms though, so I guess it does get better than that. Raise quality of stream. Oh shit, we've got to go to double quality now. There we go. Double quality. Mouse, what are you doing? There's a hair in my mouse. I hate when that happens. Mine too. Double quality. Triple quality. Ultra quality. Olamanjaro? Better than a mouse in your hair? It's true. That's actually very true. Okay, so if we get rid of these guys, really the goal right now is just to deal with these worms so we can just build. How's Lil K doing? Lil K's doing well. He rolled over for the first time the other day, which is very exciting. Also scary because that's sort of a precursor to crawling. And that's when the real danger starts. That's when you've really got to lock down the house. But you know, he's learning, he's growing. He had a good Christmas. We got him some toys that he's quite enjoying. We got him like this ball that he can like this little round ball, you know, as balls are. But it's like wires, and he's like, he gets it, and he's like, ha. He puts everything in his mouth. Children, right? It's so cute. And he sees it and he's just like, humph, ha. We got a good video of him, like, Panda was like going above and going, rah, rah. And every time she did that, he just gave like this most absolute cutest laugh. And I was just like, aww. And it was like for about 2 minutes. Just, ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha. It was like, aww. So sweet. Anyway, that's enough dadding for now. You've been playing Factorio tonight while keeping other players' streams up on the other monitor? It's fun. Yeah, it's like, you know, if you've ever played Dark Souls or Elden Ring or any of the Souls-like games, how you can see other players' silhouettes while you're playing, and so it's a shared experience in pain. It's basically the same thing. Yeah, it's like a shared experience in pain. Like you can go, I know I'm suffering, I know I'm struggling, but other people are struggling too. Welcome to the stream, by the way, where Seef's always struggling due to bad design decisions. It's all good fun though, right? So what is your design decisions that you're regretting right now? What are you working on? Dystrof? Like Christoph, but with a D. Soulborn logistics games have been your entire ship for the past few years. Yeah. Much as I like Soulsborne's games, I'm not very good at them. But then again, who is good at them, right? I think if Soulsborne's games, you were like good at them from the beginning, it'd be like disappointing. I remember like when playing Dark Souls 2 for the first time. And I was just like, the first boss, like the pirate captain in the water, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna give this a go, see how many times it takes me to beat him. And it was first attempt I beat him, and I'm just like, this is disappointing. Are you working on your first factory that you think you'll actually launch a damn rocket? Well, that's exciting. First rocket is always exciting. You gotta be careful though, the first rocket leads to a second rocket. Second rocket leads to damnation. Probably. Ah, my goodness. Get rid of these bloody worms around where I'm building. If I had artillery, I wouldn't have a problem with this. I would just take the artillery around somewhere and the artillery would deal with it. But someone has done their resources so badly that the artillery probably won't be done for another 3-4 hours. Probably longer, actually. Yeah, I know you're a big Soulsborne fan, aren't you? Are people excited about the DLC coming out, whenever that comes out? Erd Tree and the bees. Bees in the Erd Tree. Obviously that's not what it's called, but it should be. You would like to be a Bloodborne fan, but you don't own a PlayStation. Ah. You haven't finished Mecha Souls yet. Oh, really? You were really into that for a while, weren't you? Just hasn't happened. Just hasn't presented itself. Bloodborne PC win. I mean, I think Sony funded that one, so it's the same reason I think we don't have Demon Souls on PC. Still, it's not like we haven't had other Sony games on. Yeah, I was about to say, just as I was saying that. Hang on, but we've had other Sony games. But then again, those were actually Sony studio games. Like, Sony actually made those. So I don't know. You're not going to fire again? Don't feel like it? Oh my god, come on, mate. Mate. Come on, mate. You just off the PlayStation 4, got a capture card, had to do a ridiculous amount of shit to be able to play it, stream it to Discord, and have the audio match up. Oof. Horizon Zero Dawn, is it good? That's an interesting question. Is it good? I enjoyed it. But was it good? See, that's the problem with Horizon. I enjoyed the game, but I think part of the thing I enjoyed about it was not actually what people would consider the regular game. I enjoyed the story. The game was fun, actually. It was fun shooting the dinosaurs. Some of the story was bad, some of it was amazing. Okay, we're gonna have to pull all this down when we're done. Bloodborne is extremely good. Bloodborne is extremely good. I had a friend stay with us for a little while, and they were playing Elden Ring. I'm like, hey, have you played Bloodborne? Like, you can, since you're staying with us, why don't you play Bloodborne? And they're like, oh, hell yeah. And then they like played Bloodborne, finished it. They bought the DLC on my account because they're like, well, I want to play it, so It's not a big deal. So they bought the DLC on my account, played that as well. And they were like, now I need a PlayStation. So they borrowed their brother's PlayStation so they could play more of it when they left. Oh, they really got into it. It was crazy. Did they pay you for the DLC? They used their own credit card to pay for it. Horizon Zero Dawn was great. Haven't played the sequel yet. Yeah, I haven't bought the sequel yet. I'll buy it at some point. I bought Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I was like, I'm not going to buy a PlayStation game till I finish this, and I just kind of got bored of it. And then, what was the other thing? I really want to play God of War Ragnarok first, actually. That I'm really excited about. Boy. Oh, Dad of Boy 2. Come on, let's go. I love Dad of Boy. Valhalla got a great free DLC. Really? You'll finish God of War eventually. You loved the original as a kid. This is the same game. I wouldn't even say it's like the same game anymore, though. It's so different. But I mean, the combat's somewhat similar, right? But the combat's still good, and I think that's the important thing. Like, the combat could have been bad. Yeah. I love Kratos, like the new Kratos. You know, I think he's just an absolute delight the way he is now. I love Atreus. Atreus is so good. AKA boy. Can we just grab a train? I don't want to walk this. Also, can we make this not be slow? Red circuit's looking good. Buffering again. Nice. Make it fast with diagonals. I would, but we're already in the train. Fix your plastic problems. Nice. DJ portrays him well. Christopher Judge, yes he does. I think some people were like, Christopher Judge wasn't going to do as good a job as the original guy, but I think Christopher Judge does a better job as Kratos. He's got more emotional range. And I think if you'd said more emotional range is important for Kratos pre-God of War reboot, I think you'd be like laughed out of the room. So like, Kratos doesn't need emotional range. All he needs to have is punch man. And I think it's very good what Kratos is now. Like, it's just an amazing character. I didn't say that. So I'm not going to add that. I will refund your points though. I will refund your points for that. That's alright, it happens. Yeah, it is brave. If you go to my Discord, now you don't have to stay there, but if you go to the Discord, Dave has catalogued everything that I've said. All, what, 600 things? Are we at 600 now? We're at 600. Wonderful. Yeah, so that's all in the Discord. I've said some shit that I regret. You can call up a random one with exclamation mark quote. Double the meows. Some people just want to see all the crazy shit that I've said, so, and I respect that because I said some shit. Ugh, I'm gonna regret that one. But it is actually what's gonna happen. I'll hold to that. It's just going to probably take me a year or two to finish. Look at all those worms. You had a company wiki at first, startup. You had a page for quotes. CTO had a Freudian slip about app to user notifications. I think, Zoe, they're working on something for the DLC and Pi. So when that's made, I think they're already working on it, then they will be. So it'll be Pi in space. It sounds the absolute worst. Well, the policy of this stream is that I will do things that other people are afraid to do because of it's stupid. Space expedition? Wait, what? It's a uniquely Pi thing. Oh shit, no. Alright, well that's fine. When's that coming out, by the way, Solburn? You might, while I said that I would do it when it comes out, I do still want to finish my current run. I'm not going to abandon my run. And I'm going to do the expansion when possible. App to ask notifications. Look, do you not want app to ask notifications? Is your ass not notified? They said it's coming in 2025. Duck sushi pie. No. That's not happening. That's straight up not happening, Zoe. I've already said one stupid thing in the last couple of days. I don't need to add another one. Well, that's, to be fair, I say a lot of stupid things most streams, but it's not the point. Okay, we do not have enough. We will not have enough landfill for this, but that's okay. The point is, we just get this done. Walk in big circles. Ask to ask notifications. Why would you not want ask to ask notifications? What if someone's ass needs to send your ass a message? How are they going to notify you? Anyway, when you said that was a startup you worked at, it was because that was your last day? I don't think I've ever been fired from a job. I don't think I'm about to start figuring that one out, but I'm just saying, I'm a good boy that's never been fired from a job. That being said, I haven't really worked that many jobs. So, maybe should have my New Year's resolution, get fired from a job. It's not good. No, that was a joke. I'm not doing that. You've been dismissed when your company closed? That's not firing. You quit for an instant huge raise, another startup. Nice. And you got fired from a Donut King as a teenager. Zoe, what did you do? What did you do, Zoe? This is the real story. What did you do, Zoe? Come on. You're in a safe space. You're not in a safe space. What is Donut King? Zoe ate the donuts. Food fight. Put them in a place that no donut should ever go, which is a Krispy Kreme. They had a bunch of specialty items on existing buttons. Kept messing up and ringing the items at the wrong price. That sounds like a them problem. Like, if they can't sort their system out, That sounds like a them problem. I mean, as the official quote keeper, I can see why you'd be obsessed with the idea of a quote. They fired you over the phone while you're playing Warcraft 3. Multiplayer or the campaign? This is the big question I want to know. Like, what were you doing in Warcraft 3 at that exact moment? I know you probably don't remember. Campaign. Excellent, excellent. You didn't pause. Yes. What campaign were you doing? Do you remember? Was it the Scourge? I don't know why it wasn't the Scourge, but look. I liked the undead in Warcraft 3. As if sure, maybe Orc. Fair enough. I finished Warcraft 3. I enjoyed it. I used to really like RTS. Ooh, jug. No, I was all about Scourge. I like the Scourge. Did I play the expansions? I played the expansions, yeah. I didn't really play it until all the game was out, and then I just played all of it. It's just like a bunch of trees and gardens there. Speaking of gardens, my secret garden fixed. Last time you got Krispy Kreme was your wife's birthday, and you decided to run around town for as many free shit as you could. Turns out you need to already have the app and shit for most of them. Ah, rude. I do have a story for that, though. I'll go into that story in a moment. But at least they were nice. So Panda had like the app for a well-known coffee brand. I'm not even going to say their name because F them. Right, this is an F them story. Warlords. I know Warlords. I don't know if it's the same one you're talking about. I know the turn-based one. Anyway, so we had like she had the app for their thing, and it was like, hey, you get a free coffee, and it's awesome. So we go by there, and we're like, hey, we've got free coffee, and they're like, do you have ID that proves your date of birth? Because we can't give you the free coffee without that. And we're like, no, we don't have that. All right, then never mind. Anyway, before we could finish that sentence of saying never mind, this friggin' person behind the counter was like, well, we can't give it away unless you have an ID. It's company policy, and so we need ID before that. And we're like, we weren't fucking fighting you, bitch. We didn't say that. We were just like, oh, okay, and we were leaving, but she decided to come out and say, it's company policy, and we can't give away free coffee unless this. And we're like, all right, well, you know, we can just never come back ever. Like, so they were going from, hey, goodwill, free coffee, worth almost nothing to you, to you're just being rude and we'll never buy from your company again. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Fail. God, that was so bad. That was cringe. Warlords Battlecry 3. Was Warlords Battlecry when Warlords tried to become an RTS instead of a turn-based strategy? Oh, actually, no, I don't want to be here. Because I used to love the Warlords turn-based strategy game. Warlords 1, it had literally one map. Remember the Warlords games? Excellent. It was an RTS. Okay, so Warlords, it was the RTS versions. That's fine. Yeah, I thought Battlecry was the RTS version. But I mean, yeah, we were fine when they said, oh, we actually can't give it to you without an ID. We were like, oh, fair enough. Yeah, we didn't think about that. Fair. Well, let's just go. We're fine. But she decided to pick a fight with us when we were already not needing a fight. If you, like, Warlords is kind of interesting because while that game kind of disappeared, I think the Age of Wonders games kind of took over that position. And I mean, yes, it got a lot more complicated as video games tended to do as they got older, like as franchises and game technology increased. Age of Wonders is more complicated. But, yeah. It's actually illegal to not have ID in public where you live. Bro, you live in a very volatile place. That's not unusual. Whereas for me, I live in New Zealand. Like, yeah. It was one of the companies you visited that day that you had to leave a brutal message on the answering phone for the manager about him. Yeah, if that guy. I know nothing about him, but if that guy in particular. Yeah, I live in New Zealand. It's safe. You either have ID or a driver's license. Yep, Panda doesn't have those though. Panda just has like passport, because she doesn't drive, so it doesn't really help her that much. Okay. Well, yeah, you don't carry your passport around when you just go get a free drink from the local coffee shop. Illegal to not have ID? How's it illegal to not have ID? I went without ID for years. I'll blow that up, thank you. So strange to me. Doesn't she have an ID? Yeah, she has a passport, but she doesn't carry it around with her. She doesn't need to carry the passport around with her. Like, why do you just carry your passport around, like, when you're not traveling? You don't. Right? Well, maybe you do. Imagine being able to exist anywhere without some constant implicit threat. Yeah. Crazy, right? I mean, of course, if I'm driving, I need to have my ID on me because I need my driver's license. I don't need to have... Just my driver's license is sufficient. But I only got my driver's license, like, this year, so... Gosh. Oh gosh, I can't click fast enough. Okay. I shouldn't say my ideas at home. Come with me, I'll show it to you. Why don't people just pull you over though? That's the weird thing. Maybe it's me just not understanding different cultures. Ooh. Digital ID. Again, I'm in a country where nothing really happens. Thankfully. And to get here is difficult because you have to go over water or by plane. Or space. I suppose you could travel by space, but that's not a common way people get here. I live on a effing island. I sure do. And I like my little island that gets missed off maps. A little island that no one remembers exists. And they don't put it on maps. So much that it's a subreddit. Lots of alien artifacts today. Okay. So then what we do is we chuck this bad boy down. And then it starts trying to build it. Now I don't anticipate it completing it right now. Out of curiosity, how much are we needing? 3,000 underground pipes. Oh dear God. Well, how many do we have? 1,000. And it looks like plastic is trying to back up again. Shoot. Well, that's not good. And then once we're done with building everything, then we spend some time to fix everything up. Well, that's fun. We're supposed to be ready for another radar down, huh? But once this is done, that will give us a lot of resources that we're needing. So we're just going to let them place all the stuff that they can, and then we'll see what we need. I'll work to try and get these power poles connected first, I think. I suppose I could help with some of them. I could help with this bit. And this bit. Look at me. Helping out. Aren't I just really good? Such a good cat. How many belts does it need? 3,800. Okay. We don't have 3,800 belts. But how exciting is it to just be here for a new build? Maybe we should start on the bottom. Makes more sense, right? I think I lost some of my robots. I did. It's fine. You don't have enough pipes? What are you paying me for? What are you paying me for, Fraser? That's a good question. Fraser, what are you paying me for? I thought you were paying me just for, like, my memes. No one should pay me for my memes. My memes are outdated and rubbish. You're not paying me, that's the real grift. Got me there. Defender capsules rock. I never build capsules. I'm not saying they're bad, I just never build them. I just don't think capsules are right for me. They are the AC/DC of mid-game offensive defense. Well, I prefer the wiggles of just get it done. Start charging for your professional viewbot engagement services. I mean, there are people who do that, I suppose. I think it's against terms and conditions, but you can do that, I suppose. Send me your invoice and I won't pay it. That's called honesty right there. Send me your invoice. I'm not even going to look at it. It should be there already. You slid it under my door. I mean, to be fair, you do live in the same city as me, so I suppose you could theoretically do that if Goten's done his good work of doxing me. I mean, I assume you still live in the same city. I don't know, maybe you moved. Or maybe you never lived here anyway. I was tricked. Let's get real. If you watch long enough, you'll just dox me. I'll just dox myself. I mean... yeah, you're not wrong. I wish you were, but you're not. I do have a history of doing that. You asked the IRD super nicely, and by nicely you mean you blackmailed them. You blackmailed the IRD and said I'm not paying tax. That's one hell of a blackmail if you achieved that. Because the IRD is kind of known for, you know, taking taxes. And not for letting people just let them ride. I'd be intrigued to see what level of blackmail that would work on. I mean, I can't imagine it would ever work, but I'd be intrigued. It was quid pro quo. They got your £1, they gave you the quo. Right, it's quid pro quo. I get it. Well played. Okay, we still have to do these belts. I mean, a very British term there, a quid. Like, come on, man, you know we don't have quids. We abandoned those in the 70s, what I feel are obvious reasons. The quids couldn't be trusted after what they did. Quid pro quo, unfortunately, is well known outside of Britain. They're in cahoots with the squids. Squid pro quo. Is that the joke? Quid game. Gosh darn it. Okay, we've probably run out of power, and we really haven't even built that much yet. Shame. Well, I think what we do now is we go and collect some more stuff. Oh, don't pretend Britain has hot new TV. It doesn't. Move over Love Island. Oh, I forgot Love Island was a thing. Yikes. Yeah, we're going to do this because I remembered, and that way Solburn will love me again. Okay, we're going to let that fill up. We're going to let it fill up. Doesn't really have that far to go, does it? Your co-worker was in a Slovakian version of Love Island. Huh. How'd that work out for them? Maybe that's a question you don't ask. Don't ask a man their salary, a woman their age, you're a Slovakian contestant of Love Island, how that worked out for them. I love when you get really specific on that meme. So good. Like roommates are finding out their own rooms. Oof. I can see it. Actually, I don't really need that many. I do need some of those. I do need like lots of those, lots of those, lots of those. Really what I should be collecting... Oh wait, I don't need the sand. No idea. His boss told us after he left, and when he returned, they said something like, "One week we called you in and should..." How long has Seifer spent on the save? I mean, we can just find out. 4 days, 22 hours. Hopefully that helps. Too long is probably the official answer. 118 hours. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. About 20% through. Yeah. We're not making very good time this time, are we? Gives an idea of the scale of my base. A lot of rails. That's why. Oh! Artillery's at 80%. Science happened. How long was go east in hours? It's about 85? What we're gonna do is that this run seems more organized than the last. You mean the last Seablock? It probably is actually. But it's also why it's taking longer, unfortunately. Organized but overbuilt, so it's slower. Yeah, exactly. Oh well. Oh, what was the last one before this? Gosh, I can't even remember what the last one before this was. Nullius. Nullius was a mistake. Before Nullius, or after Nullius was Duck Sushi. Yeah, Duck Sushi was organized in a different way. It was organized, just not in the way that people would rationally think about. There was a lot of organization on Duck Sushi, though. I think I messed that up just then. I did. Crap. We'll come back for that. Sushi's a weird but fun challenge. Only thing was bad that was bad about it was the fact that everything took almost forever. I mean, yeah, but that was kind of the known fact when I went into that. I knew it was gonna. One day I'll do it again. I can't tell you what that monstrosity's gonna look like, but one day it'll happen again. Because I don't learn my lessons. I can move the offshores to the right between the trains. I don't want to put them on the trains. That's my emergency space. Oh, I should have brought power poles over. Not that it really matters. Like, that's my emergency space when I stuff up and need more space and have no room for it. Speaking of poles, congratulations to them. What did they do? I'm not aware of the poles doing anything recently. Sounds like being really dismissive. What did they do? What did the Polish even do? Come on now. They voted for a liberal government and purging the old government from fascists. Nice! Get rid of fascists. I'm pro-anti-fascism. That's confusing. That one's going to get quoted badly. Can we all agree that fascism is bad? I think we should all agree that fascism is bad. I'd take a vote on it, but then I'd be like, no, I'm not voting on it. And then it's just, I kind of run into fascism myself. I'm going to be fascist about removing fascism. I don't agree on what fascism is. I mean, yeah. I suppose that's the real problem. Fascism is also bad. Well, that's true. I disagree on that. So this is the place where the most underground pipes are used. Paradox of tolerance. Yeah, we are working on getting all this stuff set up. A lot faster this time since we're not actually planning anything, we're just assembling things. And then when we have the Chrontium, then this shit really gets started. Oh look, we don't actually need any Rubite or Chrontium, or... We still need Rubite, okay. Science is at 90%? Oh my goodness, we're actually going to get artillery. Oh my god! Yes! We don't have many labs, to be fair. Actually, you know what? We're not going to finish that. It's okay. I got optimistic for no reason again. How's my secret garden going? Badly. We really need to be able to feed it urea gas. Hang on. No. Hang on. Oh no. Secret garden is broken. I have to go fix my secret garden. Again. What is limiting science? Ultimately lack of Chrontium, which we're building right now. I mean, technically, lack of silver wire, sorry, lack of transistors, lack of silver wire, lack of silver, lack of copper, lack of Chrontium. Labs. Labs are fine. We'll build more labs later. Lack of comprehension. For God's sake. Why am I being savaged so hard? Yeah, it's alright, I love it. No. If you stream, you have to expect that you're going to be savaged. Sounds way worse when I say it aloud like that. Just a song you like? Oh, that's alright. I also like songs. SeiferKatt, you heard it here first. SeiferKatt likes songs. My god, he's as messed up as we thought. New ghosts would be nice. What, the blue ones? Rational guys, that's a joke referencing Meshuggah? Okay. Oh, okay, we're out of power. Let's go to my secret garden. Sugar is a metal band. Okay. Look, I mean, I've been referencing Taylor Swift and Avril Lavigne. Metal is not really what I know. Metal's not really my scene. Oh. Well, while we wait, we might as well do... I was thinking I could always have like a series of gates that if you walk near them, they enable a train station that calls a train to you. That would actually be pretty cool. So when the gate's down, it turns on the train station, and that enables the train to come to your location. That would be cool. I'm trying to think of anything else that would be proximity censored. Alright, good night, Dave. Sleep well. I'd like to get some more power poles, please. Or these two. Hello. Can I ask a favor? To enable them to not have embarrassment like I had last stream, can you open those first? My hands are sweaty, and last time I was like, I can't get my snacks. Anyway, I'm muting real quick. Yeah, spoon feeding me would have been more embarrassing, I agree. Everyone sit up straight, unshrimp your back. What have I missed? What's happening? What's happening in chat? Okay. Okay. So we need to keep gathering my stuff. I did unmute everything, right? Just double checking. Yeah, we did. Cool. Oh, artillery's finished. Makes me wonder why don't I just wait for artillery 2 at this point. Still muted. I'm not muted. Now I need to check. Now I need to check. Okay, we're good. We're actually good. You dicks. I respect that though. It's not that hard. These are the voices in your head. Makes sense, actually. It's not quiet in here, let me tell you. We're incapable of unbecome shrimp. Okay, what am I doing with the science stuff? I guess I'll work on that. What else do I need? More inserters, I suppose. Another stack of those is always good. Another stack of those is always good. Pistol shrimp are pretty cool. How am I doing? No, I need more of these. Without a doubt. And we need some more electrolyzers. And the flotation cells as well. Oh! You know what I'm missing? I'm missing some crushers. Okay. So we're using my trash slot right now for things I need. Which is basically, you know those people who store their important files in the recycle bin? I've become one of them. Which is not great. That doesn't feel good. Trash slots are for waifu because my waifu is trash. Gosh, Soulburn, why are you savaging me so hard? Wife is S tier. Wife is absolutely S tier. This is the power vacuum I get for banning, isn't it? Yeah. No regrets. Oh, it wasn't a timeout. That wasn't a timeout. As I said, more than happy to discuss that one off stream. Actually, I can discuss it now. There is honestly only one thing that ever makes me not happy streaming. And it's the person I banned. And so that's why I decided to go with that. That's just how it be. You appreciated it? I did the correct thing. Okay, this is not the reaction I expected. I was actually kind of anxious about doing this for months. Okay. Well, glad to hear there's a positive opinion. No, look, I don't have anything against Wes, okay? But he does cause me stress while streaming. And I don't enjoy that, strangely enough. And today I just had enough. And I don't think I'm going back on it. I don't know, I'll think about it, but I don't think so. And for those of you who really like Wes, I apologise. But this is my decision. And as a fascist dictator, I will decide what I want to do. We're bringing back fascism, boys. And girls. And non-binary. How often is it someone says we're bringing back fascism, all you non-binary people out there? This is like the two thoughts don't really go hand in hand. Why do we have non-binary fascists? That's what I'm saying. come on, people. Non-binary people can be fascists too. Being a streamer is about, like, being a dictator. I mean, at my level, sure. When you start getting to a... It depends what sort of streamer you are. Like, if you are a streamer in, like, a company, then I don't think it's like that at all. At that point, you are, you know, beholden to your company. So, for instance, the VTubers that I watch are working for a company. They don't moderate their own chat. They have people whose job is to do that. If they say, I want this person removed, it's nothing to do with them. Being a streamer is like being a dictator. People give you money and you still do what you want. I mean, but I'm a nice dictator. You don't have to give me money. I'm here even if I wasn't getting paid for it, which I'm really not getting paid for it, to be honest. Issuing correction on previous post of mine regarding the Third Reich. You do not, under any circumstances, gotta hand it to them. No. No. You don't gotta hand it to them. So, just tier 2 dictators. Yeah. You're referencing a famous tweet. I don't know that tweet. I thought you were just going like, as an edgy teen, you've said some shit. But you know what? I think I could say as an edgy teen, I said some shit too. And, I'm glad that's all been deleted. Because, boy, I said so. I mean, come on, as edgy teens, didn't we all say some shit? You may, however, hand it to them if your hand is in the shape of a fist. Well, there's a lot of ways you can hand something to someone that, you know... Like what? Look, we were all edgy teens once, okay? The whole point is, you grow up, you learn from it. And you don't continue to be an edgy teen. How good is the MySpace dead, Bebo, whatever? Yeah, exactly. I'm glad all that stuff's gone. I wasn't that edgy, but... you know... If someone said to me, hey, 20 years ago I wrote this thing. Like if... And I'd be like, alright, that's pretty horrible. And they go, I know. Do you still believe that? And they go, God, no. Then, you know what? I ain't judging them for that. Because, I mean... You know, when you're a teenager, you say edgy shit. That's okay. And sometimes you're just doing it for a reaction. I get it. I get it. I'm not judging someone for that. You know. Did I really like German World War II tanks? Of course I did. They're cool. Do I respect anything else to do with them? No. Do I respect what they did with those tanks? No. But did I like the tanks? Hell yeah! That doesn't mean it's okay. These days I'm like, no. If that, I don't forgive them for those tanks. Now, if I was a, you know, late 30s saying, oh, you know, being edgy in that, you're like, no, 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 you're not being edgy, you're being an asshole. There's a difference. That being said, edgy teens, are they assholes? Yeah, kinda. They did have cool tanks. You can separate engineering from the genocide. Oh, you gotta separate more than just the genocide. Like the genocide, of course, that's the big holy shit, guys, what the hell are you doing? Political Jason alarm. Kids are fucking stupid, that's part of being a kid. Exactly! I mean, how else do you become not a stupid kid without being a stupid kid? You gotta be a stupid kid first. It's important. Anyway. They did have some cool tanks, yeah. But I mean, at the same time, what they did with those tanks... Well, I mean, do you blame the weapon for what the welder does? As I said in Pokemon, there is no bad Pokemon, just trainers who make Pokemon do bad things. Anyway, that's my Pokemon to World War II tank reference. I hope you all enjoyed that. This would be the ultimate time to transition to... Well, unfortunately, I don't have a World of Tanks sponsorship, but I do have a Squarespace sponsorship. No, I don't. It would be a good time to do it. Been thinking a lot about tanks? Well, try Raid Shadow Legends. It's like Raid Shadow Legends, but with bread. It's probably better? Well, I missed my opportunity. I don't know. I don't know when those sponsorship things actually start being viable. The breadth of combat in that game, what? Shadow Legends or World of Tanks? I tried playing World of Tanks once. I didn't really get into it. World of Warships, though, I liked. I just like playing plucky little destroyers and just firing torpedoes and just crashing into shit. Macca sponsorship. Oh. I mean, I'd lose Soulburn in a second, but I would take the Macca sponsorship. Give me that Macca's money. I mean, that would be the end of Soulburn. Soulburn would be like, and we're out. And I'd respect that. You know what? I actually don't want any of that stuff. I'm glad that the radar failed just as I decided I didn't want it. They probably pay more than you do. Yeah, but it's not about money, Soulburn. It's never been about the money. It's about what we have, you and I. It's about the love that we share. Anyway, trying to make it awkward now. Okay, we're gonna have to turn those around. We'll figure that out later. You remember in Job Simulator you make bread with flowers rather than flour? That's funny. I like Job Simulator. I played it a little bit. Like a friend had a in the office had a literal VR room. We're under attack. We're under attack. Ah, we lost some robots. Okay, so it appears that we didn't clear them out quite as well as I thought we had. Let's not go up there. Up there is a scary place. But yeah, Job Simulator is pretty good. But a friend had like a VR room in their office, and I was like, hell yeah! And so like on Friday nights, they'd invite all their friends around and they'd just play VR games late into the night, which was awesome. There was an actual business reason why they had it, but I don't know if it's actually useful. I think part of it was just to drill up new business, be like, hey, come around to our office, hang out for a bit. Let us show you that we're cool dudes. And they'd show their prospective clients that they're cool dudes, and they're like, hey, you're a cool dude. Why don't I have a VR room in my office? Ours is a bit small for a VR room. Also, I don't have a VR headset, so that's probably a good reason not to have a VR room. A VR room, I see. I see what we're doing there. Not in my room, in my office at work. Because my office at work is sadly not that kind of office. I don't think you understand what administration workers do if you think a VR room is something you'd have in an office. I guess you don't know what sort of office I work in. So I guess that would change things. Not a cool office. Administrators are in meetings all day. Thankfully not true. Thankfully that is not true. That'd be pretty distressing if it was. You'd have Excel sheets in 3D. Oh, you know what? I'm back in, boys. I want this, and I think I've been a good cat. I think I deserve this. Oops. Excel in 3D sounds like something they'd have advertised in 1999. I mean, it's like in Jurassic Park, right? The Unix system. Do you remember the Unix system in Jurassic Park? Like the really weird 3D file structure where they had to fly through the computer system to like turn on the gates or something? So stupid. It's Unix, I know this. Proceeds to not use Unix. Oh god. Where's my coal? My chalk, sorry. I used to lead a team, they managed licenses. It was a lot of fun in Excels. All that stuff in Hackers, I need to see that. Everything had a pre-rendered wireframe image, 3D image, exactly. So you had to go and find the literal box for like the security systems. Because that's Unix, that's how it works. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really know computers that well, but I'm pretty sure that's how it is. I haven't seen Hackers, I really should. At some point we need to figure that out, but not right now. So I'm going to keep going until I run out of resources, and then I'm going to stop for the night, so we've probably got another 5 minutes in us. The 3D file system browser in Jurassic Park is a package you can install and use today. No! It's real? Holy shit, why? Why would they make that? Why would anyone use that? It's about as stupid as like the Matrix saying that the reason why humanity still exists is so they can use us as batteries. I know the real reason why it's there. Don't worry. It's because cloud computing actually works a lot better than batteries, but one of the other guys that were hired to hack some trains in Poland try and fix DRM tools. Like they didn't move the train for over 10 days. Oh. Like if they had to do it or the trains wouldn't move, is that what you're saying? There's got to be like some game where people just go, hey, let's just make the worst operating system. Like, there's got to be people doing that, like intentionally making just terrible things. Haha, we programmed it stupid as a joke. How's my plastic going, by the way, these days? There's an oxygen train coming in. Cute. Plastic is here. We're making it out of algae. It's making it. Microsoft. Look, it's all fun and games to like rag on Microsoft. I get it, but let's be honest, it's not that bad. It could be far worse. I mean, it's better than the Jurassic Park system. Like, I'm just saying that if we're going to talk about the bar of bad design, we do have to talk out about the literal worst ones. This is when Steve reveals he actually works for Microsoft. But clearly I don't, because otherwise I wouldn't say that. The only way you can truly know where I work is by who I say that I actually work for. Interesting. It's Saturday. It is Saturday. Gotta get down Saturday. Oh no.
Gonna get down on Saturday.
No, I work for the New Zealand Constitution. Honestly, Zoe, close enough. I kinda do. Anyway. Gosen, thank you so much for the 24 months. I do appreciate it, despite the fact that I sigh. I sigh only because now I have to meow 24 times. Here we go. Meow meow meow. 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 Meow meow. Thank you so much for the 24 months. Absolutely crazy. Thank you. How are we doing? I'm gonna empty out my inventory before we call it. I think that's about as good as we're gonna get right now. Ask Steve's sister is ready. It is. You have all the questions and no coins. Well, aren't you just the saddest boy in town? That's alright. I don't know when that's happening. I don't have any time frame for that, so don't worry. Like, I have no questions and all the coin. God damn. Simpsons lines. Always good. The good news is, I think iron is pretty good these days, right? Have I done hydrofluoric acid? That's a good question. No, I guess I haven't, because that's probably needed for Chrontium, right? Let's have a look. Hydrofluoric. Yes, I have. Hydrofluoric is used for Bobnom? Nope, that's sulfuric. Yeah, I got got some hydrofluoric acid. God, that was hard to say. But yes, I have. Easy enough. My mum's amazing. Hell yeah, she is. Couldn't agree more. Fraser, I'm going to refund you that one because it doesn't work that way, and we're probably not asking my questions to my sister for a few weeks, and there is no way in hell I'm ever going to remember that. I don't think I'd do consistently. Let's see. Oh, consistently. Okay. Well, hydrofluoric acid, there's two. I'm going to talk about this and then we'll stop for the day because it's a fun question. So hydrofluoric acid, there's three ways you can really make it. One, you can make the fluoride ore. You can make the fluoride ore through crystal catalysts, powders and stuff. That's one way to do it. That's a decent way. The other way that you can do it, which is probably pretty decent as well, is through acid gas. And you can make acid gas through puffers. There's a lot of ways to make acid gas. Puffers is probably the easiest way. So acid gas, fluoride ore, or just keep working on it. But yeah, puffers is the funnest way to do it because you get to hear wonderful sounds as you work on them. And that's always nice. I've messed up my numbers. I think we're still okay. Now I need to make sure this hasn't broken itself completely. You might explore puffers. Puffers are interesting. You've got to make sure you get fluids right, but they are actually pretty good. It's a little bit hard to scale outwards because you really need to make sure that your puffer atmosphere is correct, but they do make a lot more gas than probably any other way. But if you really want to go the easiest way, then the easiest way is probably the other way you make acid gas. You make acid gas through... I don't remember. Yeah, the other way you can make acid gas is through used lime filters, which is probably fine. You're so rude. So rude. And also you make some sulfuric waste. That one's really easy because it's really easy to make acid gas through the lime filters. And you don't really need to think about it too much. And you get hydrogen sulfide gas, which, let's be honest, you always need sulfuric acid, especially when you go into ceramic filters. And it's much easier to scale up because you don't need to worry about gases, you just got to worry about charcoal, I think. No, you got to worry about lime, which is easy enough to do. Anyway, Gosin, I see you have points. You have lied to us all. Go back into your box. Anyway, we're actually going to call the stream here. Those are good questions, Gosin. I look forward to asking my sister those questions. But we are done for today, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. If you are new here, please do consider following. I would appreciate it. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm not making you. Thank you very much for the follow, W Denial. Thank you very much for the follow, Tristoff. Really appreciate both of you for your follows. You've got the social links.
Butt kicking, for goodness!
There we go. You got the social links there. You got youtube.com/SeiferKatt. That's where I post VODs. Are you allowed to unfollow? Absolutely, Fraser. If you're done with my content, if you're not interested in watching further, you're absolutely welcome to unfollow. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna tell you that you have to stay here. I can't force you. No, Fraser. Everyone's allowed to unfollow except you. This sort of Ghost and Bot does not follow. Classic. You also got the Discord link, which, what if I could force them? I wouldn't. I don't want people to be here against their will. It would make me some sort of dictator. And you know how I feel about dictators. They're bad unless it's me. But maybe. Honest opinion, I'm not a very good dictator. Well, the first thing I do as a dictator is run a democratic election, which is going to elect someone else. And it's just going to go horribly wrong from there. Probably an actual fascist. Damn it! We messed up. Anyway, I'm done for the day. Thank you very much for watching. I will next be streaming on Monday. Ooh, the first of the year. There you go. So I'll be streaming on New Year's Day, so be here for that. I run an election where I'm the only candidate. Ooh, good day. So I'm going to be doing more of that on Monday, so if you want to come by, it's going to be more of the same. And thank you so much for watching one more time, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.